I'm on my grind. I know what it is.
What's going on, y'all? Listen, man. Teofimo Lopez, man. I just got to making a video the other day. I'm telling y'all, man, the dude he's straight out of a comic book, man. Something is up with Teo, man, from the weird way he was acting after he beat Kambosos. So all of the excuses he made when he lost, I mean, not beat Kambosos, I'm sorry. From the weird way he was acting after he beat Lomachenko for the belts, from the ducking he was doing from Devin, to the way he was acting after all the excuses he made after he lost to Kambosos, to the Willy Wonka candy bars on stage or at the weigh-ins and the conferences and the war yell he tried to put fright into Sandor Martin, and then after he just got his ass whooped pretty much by Sandor Martin, or he couldn't. Listen, I got a post fight coming for that fight, but I told y'all, man. I told y'all that this Sandor Martin dude, he was gonna give Teo problems, man. I said Teofimo Lopez has been exposed, bro. He doesn't like tall fighters. He said it himself. He don't want to fight no more tall fighters. What kind of warrior tells people he don't want to fight tall fighters no more? That's not a warrior. That's not a warrior heart, bro. He has a hard time with movers, and I keep telling everybody, I see the Teo fanboys. Teo knocked Devin out. Okay, well, listen, let's see it. Let's see it. That's why he was trying to. I mean, he was trying to avoid Devin like the plague, bro. He knew why. That's why he cannot fight. Yo, I told you yesterday when I did the prediction for this fight. I had Sandor Martin winning. I had to win it by decision, right? And it almost happened too. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not gonna really touch on too much of it right now in the video, but I will touch on most of it in the post-fight thoughts. But Sandor ended up losing, and a lot of people don't think he lost. We'll talk about that in another video. But I told y'all in that video with the prediction that I read off some of his last few opponents, and I said he always goes to the decision with boxers, with boxers that know how to move and that he can hardly catch, or like that got good footwork. He has problems knocking these dudes out, and I'm right. You can see the pattern with it. Nakatani, he knew how to move, he knew how to box, had a good jab. He went to the cards with him. He knocked out Richard Comey. Richard Comey don't have footwork. Richard Comey is there to be hit. He who else was it? He went the distance with Lomachenko. Lomachenko has great footwork and angles and can move. You see where I'm going with it? Then he knocked out this Pedro Campa dude at 140. Pedro Campa was not a mover. The funny thing is, I don't know who Teofimo was supposed to fight. I made a video on it because he wasn't originally supposed to fight Pedro Campa either. There was another fighter he was supposed to fight. And this guy that he was originally supposed to fight, they said he pulled out the fight. I forgot the reason why. And I looked up this guy's box rec, and he doesn't have a lot of power either, but he can move and box. I think I saw a few of his videos. I can't remember the guy's name, but I definitely saw some of his highlights. And he's not much of a puncher. He was a mover. So I'm asking myself, well, what happened? So they put Pedro Campa in because they figured Pedro, he was going to be there for Teo. He's a stone-footed fighter pretty much. He's going to stand right there and square up with Teo. And that's exactly what happened for most of the fight. And he got stopped. All right. He couldn't stop Loma. He couldn't stop Nakatani. He stopped Richard Comey, and he couldn't stop George Kambosos. What is the reasons why he couldn't stop Kambosos? And he lost to Kambosos and got knocked down. It's cool. It's his boxing, man. Some of the greatest warriors have been down, but that's not where I'm going with it. Teofimo Lopez is limited. He's a limited fighter, bro. Last night against Sandor Martin proved that. He's limited. And then he goes on these weird rants and making excuses, and he kept fidgeting around with his hat and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Talking about, he was a runner. He was running all night. And This is what I've been telling. Man, I wish I could pull up a compilation. I've said this so many times. If you are a boxer, you believe in your abilities. If somebody is a pure boxer, you supposed to know how to stop that and neutralize that in its tracks. If you can't do that, then you are limited, and then that's your fault. That's not the boxer's fault. You can't tell a boxer how to fight your opponent. You can control how you get to him. He's gonna do what he do. You can't get mad because he has a different skill set than you, and you just get frustrated. And I said that too. I said he's gonna get frustrated, and he was gonna start running into shots from Sandor Martin. That's exactly what happened. Just that Sandor Martin doesn't have the power. If he had the power, he probably could have knocked him out. All right, and we're gonna get into all of the little things that happened in that fight when I talk about the post-fight thoughts. But as you can see, all of the top guys beat Teofimo Lopez, man. Gervonta Tank Davis knocks him out. Smooth out. Teofimo, his defense is not really all that great. His hands is always down at the wrong times. He wasn't doing anything with the jab. It's almost like he goes into these fights and he's like showboating from round one. And he just like he just got it like that in the bag. And I blame his father for a lot of this shit, but Teofimo Lopez is a grown-ass man. People got to stop putting all the blame on his father, man. A lot of the blame goes to Teo as well, all right? Listen, Gervonta Davis whoops him badly. Ryan Garcia is probably the only one that he probably have a chance against Ryan Garcia. That's it. And even Ryan Garcia can knock him out. But I think out of all these guys, Ryan Garcia is probably the easiest fight for Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney boxes his fucking ears off for 12 rounds. And I'll be honest with y'all, man. Devin Haney has more power than Sandor Martin. And I'm going to keep it real. Now after seeing Teo get knocked down, and I don't want to hear it was a slip. That wasn't a slip. Sandor Martin grazed him on his head and knocked him down. You know, part of it may have been Teo was coming forward, lunging towards Sandor, but he still cracked him with that shot, and it still grazed his head to the point where Teo did get knocked down. The second knockdown, I'm gonna cover all of that stuff later. But listen, now that I see that happening to Teo, now that I know Kambosos knocked him down in the first round, you can even put it on the table that Devin might knock him the fuck out. You never know. Devin might fuck around and knock this dude out, man. He might fuck around and knock him out. Devin might even get some knockdowns in this fight against Teo. You never know, man. I got to start comparing Devin. I'm going to look back and look at Devin's power compared to Lomachenko's power. I got to go look at it. But Devin probably will knock him down. Shakur, I think, definitely will knock him down. Definitely. Shakur whoops him. I think Devin whoops him for 12 rounds straight, beats him up like he did Kambosos. I think Devin beats him up just like he did Kambosos, man. Probably might even be worse. Shakur Stevenson whoops him, might even stop him. Regis Prograde obliterates him. Gervonta Tank Davis super obliterates him. Both of them, Regis and Tank Davis, obliterates him. Shit, man, I wouldn't even see Keyshawn Davis and all these young crops coming up. I'll probably whoop on them too, man. I think, like I said, at 140, I'm not even sure if his power resonates. He never even physically hurt Sandor Martin in that fight. And you were like, okay, like he was hitting him. He caught him sometimes. Why did he hurt him? This is Teo, right? The big power puncher at 135. It is not the same ball game at 140. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to be pretty much the way Danny Garcia is at 147. I think that's how Teofimo Lopez is going to be at 140. And I think Teo's sweet spot is 135. I think he maxes out probably at 140, man. I think if he goes any higher than 140, he's fooled. So I think Teofimo Lopez's ceiling is at 140. Unfortunately, that's what it is for him. I think his career is going to be limited. To me, man, he was a beast in his own right. That war with Kambosos, that was a war. It was. I just don't think he got it, man. I just don't think he has it. Like, he can't beat the top guys. I just don't think he does, man. I just don't think he has it. I think there's something going on with him inside his head too, mentally. I think he has some mental issues going on. From like I said, that Willy Wonka candy shit was just straight bizarre. The time when he's running around with a Mickey Mouse hat on his head, talking about he's a duck. I think it was a Donald Duck on his head. We're doing goofball shit, man. So I can't take him serious, man. I can't. So all these new crop of dudes, all these the dudes in his same age group, Tank, Devin, Shakur, Regis Progray's a little older than them, but they all spank Teofimo Lopez, man. At best, at 140, TL will probably be the Montana Love. Like that crop of fighters right there. He's not beating no Gary Antoine Russell. He's not beating Regis Prograis. He's not beating Josh Taylor. He's not beating... I don't even think he beats Jose Ramirez, man. Where's Richardson Hitchens at? Is Richardson Hitchens at 140? I don't think he's at 140. I'm not sure. I think he's at 130 pounds. I have to check. I forgot what weight class Richardson... Even Richardson Hitchens come up and whoop him. If he's not at 140, he's whooping him. I got all of the new crop of dudes whooping him too, man. Keyshawn Davis, Shoo whoops him. Bruce Carrington. I think all these dudes whoop Teofimo Lopez, man. His family, I think, the shit he had going on in his life, bless him for that. I hope, it looked like things are patching up between him and his woman. That's a good thing, I guess, whatever. I don't know what went on between them. None of my damn business. But what I'm saying is, he let a lot of this shit from outside the ring affect inside the ring. But I'm off this, man. I want to know what y'all think. Do you think all the top dudes that's on this thumbnail whoops Teofimo Lopez? Drop comments. Let me know. Like the video. It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I will catch y'all later. And I'm out.